Get the feet. Good hand.
Yes guys, welcome back to another video here on the Andy #1 channel. It's a glorious day, but a bit of a cold wind, but a beautifully sunny day. We're here for another one-on-one session with Reading FC women's goalkeeping coach Craig McCreeth, UEFA A candidate, which is a very prestigious goalkeeping coaching award. He's going to be taking me through a one-on-one session. If you like the session, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe notification bell as well for more content coming soon. Coach Craig,
Hello.
you got a top knot in today.
I have, yes.
What are you going to be doing with me today?
We are going to do some handling, really focus on the different catching shapes, and then looking at some mid and high dive in techniques and how we step and the chest position going into those.
Perfect. We're starting this session with some hand speed activation exercises. The first thing that we're going to look at here is there's actually a resistance band which is looped through my thumbs or around my thumbs and around the pole at the back, and Craig's just throwing a ball, so the hand's going from low to high with a little bit of resistance on there as quickly as possible. Resistance bands are then taken away, and it's then just about how quick your hands can go from low to high, catch the ball and get it back to Craig. So we're just removing that resistance, be able to move a little bit more freely. Now hands behind the back. Hands have obviously got further to travel, got to move them a little bit quicker. Balls coming at different speeds, some fast, some a little bit slower. If you don't catch it, you're going to get it in your face. So can you move your hands as quick as possible while reacting to the throw? Next exercise is now with two balls. One goes in the air, just as Craig throws the ball. It's catch, throw back, and then catch the second ball. Change the pace of the ball from the thrower, change also the height of the throw. Now it's about two balls, one high, one low. How quickly can you move your hands? Catch the ball, move them down. Don't catch them like that. Move them down or move them up and then throw the ball back. Try and catch them. Don't let them through your legs. Next is then a side-to-side movement. So the balls go straight and then the feet move from side to side. So with this one, we're now incorporating a little bit of footwork on here as well. So nice and light on the feet and then nice and quick with the hands. Right, so moving the session on now. We're looking at handling, so taking the lower body out of the equation by starting on knees. We're just going to roll the ball back to Craig, who's then side footing the ball back into me. For this, looking at what sort of angle your chest is at, what that hinges from your hips, how upright are you, how far out your hands are, and your hands coming to meet the ball, which decision are you using to catch the ball, is it a basket, is it a W, to make sure that that ball sticks. Then to take this up a little bit further, and I'm going to add a little bit of pace to it, and instead of it being a side foot and roll back, it's now a volley and a catch. But again, on knees, so keeping the lower body completely out of it, and only looking at what the upper body does in this instance.
Lower for you to make them choices. Good.
Neil just focuses on your hand shape and upper body stuff, and now is just making them adjustments with your feet as well, should it go a little bit wide of you. Good, there's one to change straight away. Good. Good, yeah, there's the feet now involved. Yeah, that's one to change. Stay nice and upright in your set. Good feet.
So as Craig mentioned there, we're just adding the lower body into it. We're just having some volleys, looking at that hand shape, looking at that hand position, looking at that decision of what type of catch it is, and again, moving those feet into line if need be, if that volley goes a little bit astray. Now let's have a little listen about what Craig has to say about chest position.
As you hinge through your hips and bring your chest forward, that line now does that. So it adjusts where you are. So if it's coming into you there, and I'm upright, I'm probably going to get a cut. If I bring my chest forward, and that line is now going there, that's why we're going to default into that more. Whereas if you stay upright, you assess that better, you make that choice now, and that's when you start to
I find myself doing that,
because I want to keep my body weight going forward. So I'll go like that a lot.
Whereas you can still stay upright, small little knee bend, and I'm still body weight forward now, but I'm still upright as well. Yes. We just needed a little step.
Yeah, I'm
in line as well. Yeah. Over the top. As well.
Moving the session on, now incorporating lower movement, this lateral movement, left and right from the goalkeeper. It's volleys, it's still a constant practice, so the volleys are coming down the middle, but for the goalkeeper now we're looking at getting out of line and into line whilst putting together everything that we were looking at in the previous exercises. So what type of catch it is it a basket, is it the W, what does that chest position look like, how's that body weight, what's that set position look like as well, making sure that we're catching the ball and holding it as much as possible.
And feet good. Nice shape. Hands. And feet good.
So it's another constant practice. So in this case, the service is coming from the same spot each time and it's the same sort of service. Still have to make that decision around what type of catch it is dependent on where that ball finishes. Is it a basket? Is it a W? So that decision's still there. But now it's a different type of movement to get in line. This is more of a cutback type movement, a turning in movement, where the goalkeeper faces away, ball might be in close to the byline, might then be cut back into the middle of the goal. So then you've got to make that movement from facing away to then getting into line with the ball as quickly as possible. In this instance, I would have thought the majority of coaches would be looking at a head, hips, hands type movement, where head turns in, finds the ball, hips then turn square as possible, hands then follow. Moving the session on now, again, we're looking at diving technique. This is also incorporating spring type movement as well, which will help improve that. In this instance, again, we're going back to on knees. So in this case, we're taking away a lot of the lower body and just starting in that kind of crouch kneeling position with one foot on the floor, with the other knee on the floor. For this then, we're looking at what does that initial position look like and how are you springing off that leg. So you want your knee to be over your foot and pointing in line with where you actually want to dive to and where you want to travel to. One of the issues that I have is that I overstep when I'm diving, so hopefully this type of exercise brings you back to basics and then will help with that line of attack, line of diving, more positive dive, and also help increase the spring and that initial push off that we get. So by taking out the lower body, it means that you can just focus on this instance and you're not looking at any of the footwork which then happens beforehand.
Oh man, that must look so lazy. Hit and rock, good. Feet up, good. Just hit and rock. Good. Down, feet, hit and rock, good. Work the feet, yes. Good, let's go. Same again, small feet, small steps, good. Up, yeah, chest through, good. Feet, chest through, good. Yes, feet and chest through, good. Yes, feet and chest through, good. Much better. That clear differences and improvement in terms of your line. Yeah.
So just listen to Craig then for a second. This is a ladder drill and we're incorporating that movement initially. So we're going away from the ball and then into the ball. So we're looking at what type of movement we're doing there. Craig's asking for small, quick steps. And then we're looking at actually what's that decision to dive and how does that dive look? What's that angle of your ankle looking at? Where's that pointing at? How's your knee falling over to your ankle? How's your chest then falling over your knee in order to make sure you're all in a line And what he's asking for is a positive line of attack there, so you're diving forwards and towards the ball. Then in order to move this on even further, instead of a thrown service, we're now looking at a volleyed service. So again, it's just testing that little bit more, but again, incorporating everything that's gone before. Footwork, dive technique, dive decision, catch parry.
One extra you should have just pushed off on. Go. Oh, feet. Good. Feet. Time. Back. Let's go. So let's go. Go on. Good. Smaller on your last step. Explode on your push. Explode on your push. Good.
Do that again on that right side.
Do it again. This side. Oh, great start. Nice. Don't double plant that foot. Just let your body hit the floor. Hand. Let your body hit. Don't plant that foot again. You double plant, so you take off from that foot, and then that's the first thing to hit the floor again.
Yes guys, hope you've enjoyed that handling session. Thanks to Coach Craig McCreeth for taking me through that. Make sure you go follow him on Instagram and Twitter. If you haven't liked the video, make sure you like it. It's really important to smash that like button. Also hit the subscribe button and notification bell for more goalkeeping content coming soon. Thanks for watching. It's me just panting, isn't it?